Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Panty Nectar podcast. Thank you for joining me. If you are new, thank you so much for clicking that button. And if you are a regular listener for the Panty Nectar podcast, then I just want to say you're the freaking bomb. Thank you so much. Tonight we have some interesting questions. Let's just call it 50 questions. But before we get into that, I am adding I guess I'll introduce my co-host and then I'll tell you guys about the added segment. Sorry, I'm really excited. So first, let me introduce my handsome co-host, Mr. P.
Hello, Panty Nectar. How are you?
Good. How are you? You look very comfy over there.
I'm comfy in my robe,
You look
relaxing in bed. It's good to be here with you.
I like it. So we have an exciting episode today, but before we roll into that, I want to introduce the new segment called What Are You Wearing? So all you lucky listeners get to hear about what I'm wearing, and then the live that we are on right now on OnlyFans, they get to see it on camera. So
Nice.
A little bit of best of both worlds. So let's bust into that segment. Mr. P is real cozy.
What are you wearing?
In his robe. I am wearing a very comfortable cotton crop top with pink Victoria's Secret seamless panties.
I like those right there.
They're so comfy.
I like the little lines that they have here so that people can see on camera.
The material they like.
I like that fabric and how the lines, those lines that go back and forth right there. Since they're the horizontal lines on the panties, and it's just kind of the fabric's a little bit darker in one spot, and
like ribbed or something,
real bright,
the opposite way.
Yeah, real bright pink Victoria's Secrets.
Yeah, very.
And
comfy.
they are the pink.
They are super stretchy, and I think
I like fucking you in those, by the way.
Yeah, I was about to say you can almost see through them, and they kind of just like move out of the way real easy.
Yeah, and you can grab them and pull them, and yeah.
It's nice.
Good job, Victoria's Secret, for fucking.
Thank you. All right. So if you are hot and bothered now, I'm so sorry. Hopefully you're in the car. You can just unzip real quick. Let's roll into some interesting questions that I have for today. These are just kind of silly, fun questions, kind of off the cuff. I just want. You and I have not discussed these questions.
No, I have no clue what's coming.
So these are going to be very off the cuff. They're just random questions.
Can I ask you first? What did you Google search to come up with these questions? That's what I'm always curious in somebody's mind where it starts. Right?
I honestly think I Googled sex questions, and I didn't Google. Questions. I used DuckDuckGo.
Oh,
because all the good stuff pops up with DuckDuckGo.
Yes, that is a good thing. If you use DuckDuckGo, you can kind of bypass some
Porn
of Google's filters. And another good idea is to use a VPN. Always use a VPN, by the way. But if you want to kind of if you're geo-blocked or something, whatever, you can always hop on a VPN.
Okay, so we are going to jump right into the questions. Feel free to answer as openly and as honestly as you would like to be. Not forcing you to answer any of these questions, just so you know.
I feel like I'm on the hot seat.
No. Okay, let's just start with, how many people have you slept with?
Oh God.
We're just rolling right into the questions.
I think I've okay, so I'm in my late 30s, right? We'll just say late 30s, and I started fucking around 16, but not like serious, right? Like I had a girlfriend.
Oh, well, I mean, the girl. We don't need to talk. Don't talk about.
Yeah, don't trigger me in this shit. But like I had the girlfriend, so like I was like only having sex with her. It wasn't like I was having sex with a lot of people. So like by the time I graduated high school, I think I had sex with like one or two people, right? And maybe three. And then, shit, man. After that, I went to college and went to the Marine Corps, and it was just game on from there. It's a grotesque number, I'm sure. Definitely in the hundreds. Not over. I probably, a couple hundred. I'd say 200 to 300.
So
least.
I really enjoy this question because I think like
I'm a fucking man.
women.
What can I say?
No. Yeah, I'm not like. Yeah, I'm glad that you're very proud of that number, or not proud, but who gives a fuck?
It is what it is.
I feel like there is such a stigma with like women if they're asked this question. If you ask me, I'm going to tell you, I've had sex a lot with like a lot of different people, but I enjoy having sex, and I have never tied sex into, as in a religious sense, like you're supposed to save that for your husband. I enjoy the way sex feels, so I'm gonna have as much sex as I want with whoever I want.
100%.
But I feel like if you're a woman and you answer this question, and it's like, if your answer is not like, and everyone lies about the number too, because they're all ashamed to say their real number.
Yes.
So you have to like keep it on one hand or something. You're like, four.
Yeah. Or you don't know how many
at
girls
one
I've
fucking time.
I've been like, I've only been with like 8 guys. Keep it in the single digits.
And
like,
I believe that
bitch, 8 in
there.
the last month.
Yeah, I believe that there are some of the people that really can keep it on one hand or 2 hands, or maybe just small double digits. But
for sure, good on you. But who gives a shit?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck how many people you have sex with, and you shouldn't care how many people I have sex with.
Okay, number 3.
Wait, did we have number 2? Okay.
Sorry,
yeah, like man, we're rolling through these.
What is the weirdest place you've had sex?
Oh wow, weirdest.
Mm-hmm.
See if my mind can even fucking recollect. I mean, like, I don't know. I'll honestly have to think about that one.
Okay, yeah, I'm thinking about mine too.
I mean, like, I like weird. I don't, I've like done all like the cliche like things, like boats, parking garages, fucking dressing, but nothing like weird. Not like.
I fucked in a park bathroom once. That was pretty weird.
In a what bathroom?
At a park bathroom.
Park bathroom?
Yeah, like a park.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking dirty.
Yeah, like not even in the stall, just like in where you wash your hands and shit. Yeah. Pretty wild.
Yeah. Oh! I got a fucking great one. You know what a weird one? Weird one.
Place.
Daytona Beach, Florida.
How's that weird?
Oh well, I'm telling you. Said okay. So in Daytona, my buddies.
I was waiting for him to break down and explain because he loves to talk. Okay.
Yeah. So a few years ago, I told you about that guy, and I won't say his name here, but the guy I met, and he lives in Daytona, and he had his 40th birthday party there. Mm-hmm. And so this was when I was living in Texas, and his wife invited me to his birthday party, and it was a surprise party in Daytona Beach. So I flew out there, and they had a party at the what was it called? It was the Planet Hollywood, I believe they have there at the in Daytona Beach on the beach, and so this guy or his wife, it was like the big shebang, right? Like it was a huge fucking party, and they went all out. And they had, I know at least one penthouse suite, and then another, next room next to it. Mm-hmm. And so like there was a big party in the conference, this banquet room thing, and then there was like an after party in the penthouses, and so. My buddy was like, hey, man, just stay here with us. I'm like, well, of course, I'm all fucked up. Mm-hmm. And we had planned this, and so I was going to stay there. But I didn't know where I would be staying, right? Mm-hmm. Anyways, long story short, I end up fucking his sister-in-law. I swear on my life, if I'm lying, I'm dying. In a fucking teepee on the balcony of the Planet Hollywood. Like a legit Indian teepee like you'd see in the fucking 1860s Sitting Bull in South Dakota type teepee.
Nice.
And it was and the teepee was out on the balcony of this beautiful fucking this balcony like went out towards the Atlantic Ocean. It didn't go over the ocean, but it stuck out, it probably went out like, I don't know, 100 feet or something. It was this huge, massive balcony So yeah, so I fucked in a teepee on a balcony at Planet Hollywood, I guess.
It's a nice weirdest place.
It's kind of
That's
weird,
pretty
yeah.
unique. Yeah. Okay. What is your favorite part of my body?
Ooh, man, that's a tough one because you have fucking everything's amazing on you. Jesus Christ, where do I start?
Your favorite, just whatever is your favorite.
The booty. The booty gets me every time.
Okay, so my favorite, okay, if I would have to go by the first thing.
It's your heart, baby. You have a big heart. And
Oh,
that's what attracted me to you.
oh, not my amazing ass pussy or anything.
No,
my
it's your
heart.
blowjob first.
Okay, that's another story.
Yeah.
Okay. My favorite part of your body is obviously your cock, but if we're just going second,
Oh God.
it's definitely your hands.
My
I used to
hands.
get off so much looking at pictures of just like your pictures. I think I told you this like one other time. I used to get off so hard looking at your pictures and just imagining like your hands, your strong ass looking hands around my throat.
Like on social media before
Yeah,
we were
like
dating
your
or whatever.
Instagram pictures.
My hands are just regular hands.
No, they're fucking hot. And they feel just as good as I thought they'd feel.
Hands. You want to hear a funny story?
Yeah.
So
sure.
my old boss, I've talked about him out in my previous job.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he is a funny motherfucker, and he was always banging these nasty bitches that he'd meet off Plenty of Fish.
I remember this one. Yes.
Yeah, POF. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he ended up meeting this chick, and like these girls, like some of them, he would show us their pictures and not tell us anything else about him because he'd know that like we would do like internet sleuth shit because he's older. Like this guy didn't even have a Facebook, literally, right? So like he's still using like old technology and shit. And so like we would go look up these chicks and so this one chick got off like on hands. Like he was like, all I'd have to do is just like touch her arm and she'd just be like, and so like, so we so like we had names for all these chicks and like that girl was Hands.
Dude.
So, but the thing is we never, he would never tell us who Hands was. And we tried to narrow it down. We got it down to like her being a nurse at a certain hospital. I mean, like, but it was
creepers.
Yeah. So like, just to troll this dude. But we never found out who Hands was. You know, I did not know that like Hands was such a fucking like turn on for women. Mm-hmm. For some women, at least, you know.
Yeah. No, I definitely think like, yeah, hands can be sexy.
Like guys in the foot fetishes, kind of in a way, I guess. You know, like that's its whole niche in its own.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next question. Have you ever had anal sex?
Yeah, of course.
Yes. Let's see. Where on your body is your favorite place to be touched?
My dick.
Yeah, I'm like my freaking
like,
pussy,
do we need to go
duh.
any further?
No,
let me
also like my butt, maybe like having my
You do like
butt
having your
rubbed.
ass grabbed.
Yeah, I
Or just
always
touched
come
and
up.
grabbed.
Yeah, I always just like come up to you when you're sitting, so you can grab my butt. Okay, when was the last time you had a dirty dream?
That's like I honestly really don't remember dreams.
Mine was probably a couple weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago.
I have them sometimes.
This is gonna be like, I don't know, a few years. I don't know.
Hormones, man.
No, I honestly don't know.
You don't dream though.
I guess I don't. I haven't been sleeping a whole lot, consistently.
Yeah, I know.
Getting old and shit, all these old people problems where fucking like you go to bed at 7 p.m. and wake up at 2:30 in the morning.
Okay.
3 hours before your alarm clock goes off.
Yeah. Next question. If you could have sex anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Oh, if I could have sex anywhere in the world, where would it be? Man, where would be like an iconic place to fuck?
That's why I'm like, where?
you know, I honestly can't think of a place that it had to.
Fuck me on the Oval Office desk.
Fucking Sleepy Joe's falls asleep. You fucking sneak into the Oval Office, throw you on the desk like we're doing a photo op, and Secret Service doesn't give a shit. I think it'd have to be something like, could you imagine like getting fucked on a rocket going into outer space? Like it had to do something cool like that.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, of course. Like that's
like an extra backup.
Yeah,
You.
right. Do some weird shit. I bet Elon
in outer space is probably fun.
I bet Elon Musk has some crazy sex.
Yeah.
He probably fucking puts on robot suits and shit. Like plugs in his brain to some fucking Starlink system. You know that does. Yeah. Could you imagine my fucking busting nuts out in outer space
and it's just like
giving you a facial?
Around.
Yeah.
It doesn't hit me. It just like rolls straight up. I have to sit up.
Man, I wonder if any astronauts have ever fucking like taken mushrooms in outer space. Like psychedelics, you know?
Fuck all that.
Could you imagine what that would be like?
No.
Shit just like really floated in front of you?
No.
Wow.
No. Okay. Next question.
Let's go to Mars, y'all.
What's the best sex you've ever had?
And this is no bullshit, obviously. Like the best sex I've ever had is with you. Like we've had some crazy fucking sex.
Yeah, we've had some great sex.
Yeah, like you and I have just had some fucking crazy wild shit.
I've unlocked some shit inside you.
Yeah, I mean, like anytime that I literally make you pass out, I think that has to be a good, pretty fucking intense moment. So probably one of those.
Man, I remember the first
time.
Dude,
I have one of those on video. Remember
yeah, so let's talk about the first time that happened.
Yeah, that was wild. Yeah, I actually got the first time on video.
The very first time. I had never been like choked. Not choke sounds very aggressive. It wasn't like that.
Oh no, I was choking the fuck out of you, but I was just I mean like it's like let's get real here. You passed the fuck out. This is no
I know, but like really, you're just like
no, it was a blood choke,
those,
right? Yeah, it was blocking. Yeah.
So I
wasn't like holding you down, fucking.
No. So let me put the picture together for you. So you're fucking me doggy style. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
And then you reached down, pulled me up, right?
Yes.
And you
to me, I can't remember if it was my right or left. I was right or left hand, but with one of my hands, I was filming, and then with the other hand, I reached around.
And my back was up against your chest, and I literally, so to me, it seemed like you just like set me back down and started, I just like, we were still having sex. I could feel everything. But then like all of a sudden I like could feel that I was like drooling and that I was like waking up because I got, very, very cold. I can't even, man, that sensation's pretty fucking crazy to think about. But I got very fucking cold, and then you start to come to again, and you realize that I was like seeing everything, like I was feeling everything, but I was fucking out cold. It was crazy. Just for like what, 5 seconds?
Yeah, it was probably like 3 seconds, and then you just like came back and you like you fucking loved it.
I said, "Oh my God." And then
what just happened?
Because you were still fucking me doggy style, but now my face was down on the bed, and I just kept, because I was finally coming to, I was like, "Oh my God." And I remember saying that like 5 more times. "Oh my God. Oh my God." And I was like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Yeah, it was a very intense moment.
Yeah, that was fun. Ew, that was fun. Okay. What's your favorite position?
Man, that's
I honestly love, I'm sorry, I'm going to jump ahead of you and answer this one. I love when I'm like laying flat on my belly on the ground and you're like on top of me, fucking me. That's like give me babies position.
Yeah, like a hardcore prone bone type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like your ass is so fucking, firm and muscular and bubbly. So, and then like, I like fucking you like that a lot.
I do too. And it's hot, especially when you're like
And especially like the
pushing my
way
head
you
down
push
into
up,
the
like you push your hips up a little bit, it makes it, go a little bit deeper and
harder.
harder.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely a good one. Doggy style is always a fucking fantastic one.
Reverse cowgirl. That one's kind of that one kind of feels real good.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they all feel good.
Yeah.
I like it to where like when I'm fucking you and I have your legs in front of me. So
You
like
do
it's
like that
kinda,
one.
yeah. So like you're on your
You
back.
like, I
and
see something in your eyes change when you put me in that position.
I start all fucking be crazy and shit. T minus 10 seconds and counting.
Okay, next question. Let's see. Are you loud or quiet during sex?
I can be both. I mean, it's like
I like when you yell near the end when you're
Yeah.
coming. That's
yeah.
hot.
When I'm busting out, sometimes it's fucking out of control.
Yeah, it's out of control.
Yeah.
That's funny. What's the first thing that sexually attracts you to someone?
I mean, it can be a lot of different things, right? I mean, like the first thing that sexually attracts you to someone is, I mean, like that's your first impression of someone, essentially, right? So, oftentimes you see somebody who's turned around, and like if it's you with a banging ass, you're like, oh shit, and then so like it's the ass that's the first thing, um. But truly, and this sounds dumb as fuck, I mean, it's just kind of a personality thing, I guess. Just kind of like if you're like attracted to the person in a weird way.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's good looking people that like chicks that I see that like are, very pretty, but I'm like, she just looks like a bitch, like that's very fucking judgmental of me to say, but like, but it's the truth, like we were human beings and we're bad at judging people right away. So,
okay, that was a great answer. For me, I don't know. Same thing, I guess a couple different things. Hands. I don't know. Let's see. Do you prefer to give or receive?
Oh, I love getting blowjobs.
I'm like, you're such a receiver. Such a receiver. You hear that, fans?
Blowjobs are, like I think blowjobs should go down as a fucking, worldwide treasure that should never ever be taken away from mankind. Like it has to live on forever. We should never get in the point of humanity, right? Like where we these fucking robots where like there has to be blowjobs. If blowjobs don't exist, fucking Vladimir Putin type people rule the world and it all goes to shit. So,
well,
yep, keep blowjobs. Keep blowjobs as in society, please. Save the planet.
Oh my goodness. Okay, last question for podcast episode 16.
1-6.
What is
Sweet 16.
the best thing about our sex life?
The best thing about our sex life is like it's totally fucking free and non-judgmental, right? Like we don't have any, and yeah,
You're a freak, I'm a freak.
Yeah, we're both fucking freaks, right? Like there's nothing that's going to freak us out to want. Yeah, so I think that we're just both so open with each other, and there's never been a point in our sex life where it's felt like we've been judgy, so I think that's very important to keep the lines of communication open and emotional connection there, because once you make someone feel like they're fucking weird, right? They might think your fucking foot fetish is weird, or they might think you getting choked is weird, or they might think right? We all have these different things we're into, and we just have to accept them.
Yep, I agree.
What about you?
No, I think that was a great answer. I think that covers, I think that is 100% about us. We're non-judgmental. We are open with each other, and we are both fucking freaks. So I don't know. I just love it.
It's a way to live, right?
Yeah, just love it.
Let your freak flag man, I can't even say that.
Your freak flag fly.
Let your freak flag fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever? There's a Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young song. I almost cut my hair is the name of it. It talks about letting your freak flag fly, but that's from back in the '60s and shit.
Jeez, babe.
Yeah. I went to, the start of the fucking hippie revolution, man, like at Haight-Ashbury in San Francisco. It is an intersection. Seriously, it is like the epicenter of the whole fucking hippie movement is at Haight-Ashbury. Haight, I believe is how you spell it, is one street, and Ashbury is the other street. And that intersection right there in San Francisco is like legendary, and all around there is just like cultural shops and shit where, they have like record stores that you go into and there's records, and everything is hippified, but all around there, if you're into music, is like where the Grateful Dead got started, like where they lived at, and fucking Janis Joplin, and it's all within like this, few square miles, really. Mm-hmm. Pretty interesting place. Nice. Don't know how I got off on that, but yeah.
Yeah, well, the usual.
Welcome to Panty Nectar's life.
Well, that's all I have for podcast episode 16. Thank you for dropping in and listening if you have been here the whole time. And can't wait for the next one.
See ya.